Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Some terrific scenes here in Barcelona. My goodness me, it's made even better by 100,000 supporters in full voice. Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
Well, it certainly doesn't feel like a friendly to me, Peter.
The atmosphere, absolutely that of a premium contest.
Yeah, and this crowd are demanding the most from their players, and it looks like they might get what they came for. The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men, running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack can run onto, while at the same time maintaining the team's overall...
Tries a shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. And there's the first shot on goal.
Ahmad knocks it into space. He's in a great position here. Šeško!
He's done very well to get to that.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
That has earned a reprieve for the time being.
Nice bit of trickery.
Goes for a shot! And he thumps it clear. Matías Cunha. Good ball, good take. He'll try from distance! No, just not quite.
I don't think anyone's really surprised that he's tried that, Peter. He's certainly confident in smacking one from range.
And here's Yamal. Ferran Torres is onto this. Now it's Lopez.
Neither side yet able to find the net. Casemiro.
Ugarte.
Here's Matías Cunha. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. And it's Shaw. He's shifting through the gears here.
And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Now it's Yamal. And that's going wide left. Yoro kept his eye on it, and he's there. Ugarte. Šeško.
He might be in here.
He shifted it to the flank.
Matías Cunha swings in. Oh, great leap! In he goes again! Goal! Manchester United! Manchester United take the lead. Bruno Fernandes duly reaps his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Šeško. Oh, that's fabulous. Eric Garcia. Fermin. Now it's Ferran Torres. That's a good ball out wide. And it's Gavi. Shoots! Oh, that is a fair try. And it's half-time. Barcelona are still behind by one, despite having a golden opportunity to equalise. Barcelona go in at half-time with a game to chase.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances...
He's having a shot! Oh, cracking effort.
A good disguise on that, though. I don't think many people would have expected him to absolutely clatter it the way he did.
Eric Garcia. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. And it's Pedri. Fermin. It's a really well-measured ball. And here's Ferran Torres. Chance! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Barcelona still chasing a one-goal deficit here. Mazraoui. And it's Gavi. He's on it, can he get away?
Barcelona really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
And they've got a throw. Ferran Torres needing to deal with defending that's more up close and personal.
Well, they'll have to get the numbers right in hoping to keep him quiet because he's a really big threat.
Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Fermin. Pedri. And Fermin. Eric Garcia.
Barcelona really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Ahmad. Bruno Fernandes. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Some good work on the right flank here. Fermin. And Jamal. Araujo wants to run onto this. And it's Pedri. And here's real chance! It's a goal! And right near the end, we have parity. That was fabulous. The most adept of touches, the smoothest of finishes.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
Time for a change in personnel. Burmo getting the call here in what can be interpreted as a clear show of intent.
Well, it's going to make for a frantic end, Peter. Let's hope he's got enough time to make the impact he wants.
Back to parity, and there's barely any time left.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now, the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
Jamal. Bruno Fernandes. Two sides absolutely inseparable, and we know what's coming. So, by accident or design, neither team is giving way.
Well, both managers would have preferred not to go this far, but here we are. It's about nerve control now.
So it is that dreaded time, the time you realise that only penalties can decide it. So spot kicks imminent. And you can almost hear a pin drop. An exchange of stares, and we're ready to go. And he duly obliges.
That's the example they will want to follow.
Now it is the turn of the captain.
Never looked in doubt, really.
So both teams on the board. Yamal is the man who's second in line.
I think he instinctively knew the keeper was going to move.
Burmo is the second man to step up for his team.
I thought he handled the pressure really well there. His focus cut right through it.
Fermin is the third man to step forward.
Credit to him. You really need courage to do that in these circumstances as well.
Diallo is third in line. Never in doubt. And it's 3-3. Pedri, fourth in their queue. Oh, great save! That is a great save! Casemiro is the fourth man to step forward for them.
Well, if you have any doubts, that's what you do to conquer it.
All eyes on him as he places the ball.
Well, you know what I'm going to say, Peter. It's all about nerve.
What poise! What noise!
Credit to him. You really need courage to do that in these circumstances as well.
So it's all on the shoulders of the keeper. And there you have it. Barcelona fall short in the lottery that is the penalty shootout. As cruel as that is, the two sides had been inseparable after 2 hours of action. Well, ultimately it came down to penalties. Any thoughts, Jim, having seen what you have?
Barcelona really must be wondering how different this all could have been had they taken their chances, Peter. But it really was fine margins all round, I suppose. You know, having been on both ends of such results in my career, I can't help but feel for these boys.
That's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all.